Are you here for the evaluation? I've already administered the written copies. This will have to be an oral exam. I oversee the library in the Rathir chapter. Many walk the road of knowledge, but I make sure they do so in an orderly manner. The Rathir chapter has some of the finest collections of manuscripts in the plains of Erethel. I guarantee it. Were it so easy to summarize an institution like the Scholia Arcana in a few short words, books, I think, do it slightly more justice. Members of all ranks, regardless of their skill, must always know the value of research and perception. I understand your studies with us are a unique situation, so let's consider this practice. Take this book, read it, and understand what it means to be part of our order. The Omnibus Arcana is a staple of the education in our institution. All first-year students are given a copy to study. The lessons involve an introduction to the rigors of studying magic, as well as the value of applying yourself to your studies. Each book is different for every user, but they all impart the same basic knowledge. This is the Omnibus Arcana. It is a magical text that holds the collected knowledge of our order. It is also imbued with a certain form of intelligence. Follow its directions as you would my own. This is an introductory text given to all first-year students. It's considered canon. The test begins in the courtyard. From there, you're on your own. Where was I?
Greetings, Archsage.
Greetings.
Hello.
Good day.
Make way for the arch-sage of the Scoliac.
That poor Anwan boy is sick and dying.
Move along!
Is there anything that can't be found here?
Students of magic, masters of spells. Consider the maid staff. Would you prefer ordinary or illustrious? Lyria's light guide you. Do not miss Leogryph's many marvels.
30 then.
Do you want to ruin me?
for sale.
See my children starve?
this area clear of bandits and the cursed Tuatha.
Do not worry. Despite Lord Candrian's passing, we remain vigilant. I haven't been out of Melaglir in a long time. I wonder what the rest of Candrian is like now. So you found Ivar? And Conovar is dead? Truth be told, I didn't think Ivar would turn up alive. And that Conovar, he was a downright nasty piece of work. I admit I was shaken by the news of his death, but my duty is unchanged. If it weren't for the Candrian Guard, this fly-speck village would have been lost to the Tuatha long ago. You'd think they'd show a bit more gratitude.
We keep this area clear of bandits and the cursed Tuatha. The brothers' war did wreak upon the broken land, until the sorrow lord arose, the grieving knight to make a stand. The hammer of Akatha rose, and fell, and rose again. He took the throne of Candrian.
Good day.
Oh.
Never saw a more drastic change in a gnome. When his daughter came back, he just about burst with joy. He even offered to help us get back to town. Quite a change from cursing and spitting at us. I heard Lord Candrian passed away. I won't cry for him, the coward.
Oh.
Good luck out there.
Oh.
Nothing finer in all
Move along.
Amalur.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Is there anything that can't be found here?
Oh, such a state.
Archsage.
Good day.
Excellent job. You've earned a Scholia Arcana stipend, if nothing else. Now, let's see what you've learned. What was the point of your final lesson? Yes, that is correct. I see you have a promising future in our order. Goodbye, then.
Greetings.
Greetings, Archsage.
You need not trouble yourself with me. Go on in.
Stand aside.
My Lady Coriana won't eat. She won't sleep. All on account of a poor, sick Malian. Woe on House Anwan.
Oh, my masters aren't like some up spire top. Just one name to our house, thank you very much, and nearly old as Rathir at that. There are but 2 left of Anwan blood. One soon enough if young Master Malian does not mend. My poor lady, what grief she's known. Her daughters lost to Cluricon, and her husband to the war before that. Her son Malian is all that's left to her, and the only seed of House Anwan. Poor boy, he sleeps and tosses and turns. From the things he says under his breath, his dreams must be ghastly things. The healers say bad blood, but my lady swears it's poison. He sleeps and sleeps, but he's never any better. Well, it's hard to say. The healers are no use. You could go to her yourself and ask. No harm in that. You'll find my lady in the house, by poor Malian's side, most likely. The young master's sickness, yes. He's the last one living, what with the others dead in the war. Here, in House Anwan. She spends most of her time by poor young Malian's sickbed. Do help my lady if you can.
My lady will be sore if I'm not swift with my work.
My son Malian is gravely ill. The healers say his blood is diseased, but I am sure it must be poison. If I were younger, I'd go and find the Lepidus myself and prove them wrong. The healers name it as an affliction of the blood, but Anwan blood has bent beneath no malady in generations. No, Malian was poisoned, I am sure. Our line is ancient. However, if my son Malian is not cured, we shall wither, and the weeds of wyvern gift grasp ever higher. His father died in the Battle of Galliffer Plain, his sisters in Cluricon. He is all I have left, and he is slipping away from me. She is lost in the wilderness. She searches for mythical solutions to real problems. How can this stalemate end? One would imagine a Losalfar general to use a bit more wisdom to combat the Tuatha. So Tanra Gif has been spreading more artless rumors, has she? I'm not against the war. Haven't I given my husband and daughters to it? But I fear for the sovereignty of Rathir. The army under General Tolera has too much liberty, land, and sway. And what do we get in return? Brutal and heavy-handed approaches to a complicated problem. More sophisticated tactics might have saved lives. The Wyverns were of respected and decent lineage, though their wealth was not great. Then the merchants Gif bought House Wyvern, much to our surprise. They have mixed sea wash with fine wine. It was early in the war, and until that time we had known only defeat. The day was won, and my husband lost. Bring my son this wild plant, and I will see you richly rewarded. This I swear. Of course not. But my family legacy says it will, and I have no wish to watch my son die while there is still a chance for hope. There's only one place that I know of, the Acathan wetlands. You must search for it there. You will know Lepidus by the shape of its blue flower. It is an herb with natural properties. It is not strictly alchemy, and it does not cure a poison. However, it can relieve the symptoms for a time. Malian will still need an antidote before he is fully well. The wetlands of Acatha. Find it and bring it to my son with all due haste. Be wary. I have sent servants before you who did not return.
Captain of the Watch. Out.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
Archsage, welcome.
The Lepid... You do have it. Quickly. To Malian's room. Give it to him. You do have it. Quickly. To Malian's room. Give it to him. Take it to Malian, and do not delay. He is, of course, in his bed. That way.
Oh, goodness. You've spoken with my lady. Oh, if there's anything you can do, why, it would mean the world.
I've been having such awful dreams. Insects crawling, dark things closing in. How long has it been? Feels like days. Days? Has it really? That does explain my back. And my head. foggy, but yes. A bottle of rather good wine was delivered. A gift, you know. I thought I'd have a sip. And then... where is it now? It seems to have rolled under the bed. No one noticed, I suppose. You haven't. It's a clue, after all. Mother must have been so worried. Did I just fall asleep and stay that way? After my sisters died in Cluricon, I wasn't allowed to even train for fighting. All Anwan's posterity hangs upon me. I understand that. Our oldest house servant. She's as devoted to us as... well, as if we were her own children. Both Cassin and Willow were much older, and I remember them as tall and fearsome and fair. They had been dead for more of my life than alive. I feel so foolish now. A gift left at our door, and without a thought, I simply drank it. Forgive me. Still a bit foggy, I'm afraid. I recall Onfei bringing in the wine. It looked good, so I thought I'd have a sip. Then, darkness. Do send for Mother if you would.
It was that gift of wine that did it? Oh, that is terrible. Why, if I'd but known. Oh, what have I done to the poor young master?
My goodly masters, ever since I was a slip of a girl. Anwan blood is old and not a bit diluted, unlike some houses upon the spire top. What a fright it was, the young master being ill, and all from that bottle of wine. Oh, if I could get my hands on whoever did this. Well now, let me think. A servant. I didn't know him, and he didn't say precisely. Just a friend of Master Malian's was all.
Well, how is he?
Last week, the Wyvern gift girl snuck down to the Seafoam Tavern. Oh, the storm that struck the house when her parents heard tell of it.
He has wakened? Thank Lyria. Here is your gold, but this matter is not yet settled. Find whoever did this, and far more gold shall be yours. The poison came in a gift of wine? Show it to Apothecary Rawani, down in the Prairie. With luck, she can tell us the poison, perhaps the poisoner. Thanks to you, Malian will recover, and House Anwan shall thrive. The Lepidus has revived him, yet until we have antidote, he is not saved. And while the poisoner is unknown, neither is House Anwan. You will find her at the spire base in the Prairie. Present the poisoned wine to her. If anyone can help now, she can.
The Watch sees all in Raphir.
I have tinctures, filters, unguents, and balms. An alarming question. Allow me. Yes, it is surely royal winds. Few possess such a compound. I am one. Lyria! What is more, I sold a phial of it recently to a servant of old Einar Abagast. This is terrible. I will send an antidote at once, but someone must do something. Go to the city watch. Speak with Fabian Tiern. At once! The famous hermit of the Keys. Though his merchant business thrives, it is said he has not left his home in years. I knew his face because he has come to me for various other alchemical items over the years. And I've seen him once exiting Arbogast's door. The compound is extremely rare, as it comes only from the lands south of the southern Phalanx. It's a devious poison, as you've seen. In far smaller doses, it is used by North Sea captains who must stand at the wheel for days unsleeping, lest they be sunk by floating ice. Rathir's city guards, haven't you seen them? Leave my store and head left through the Pederi. Find Fabian Tiernan and tell him what I've told you. Fear not, I will have the antidote sent immediately.
A prayer for our troops.
Students of magic, masters of spells. Consider the mage staff. Would you prefer ordinary or illustrious? So long. Students of magic, masters of spells.
City Watch. Do you have a crime to report? Or any other matter? I can hardly believe the news, but the captain of the watch is gone. That means I will be captain soon enough. The council which governs Rathir. No one knows who is on the council, though you may see their palace atop the spire. They are cloaked in robes and shadows, but do not concern yourself with that. To be honest, crimes in Rathir are uncommon, outside the lower tunnels at any rate. An occasional drunken brawl among Varani, disputes between merchants, that is all. Think of the Watch as the right hand of the Orbicont. We keep the prison, keep the peace amongst the people. The Wending, where the poor live, extends into tunnels carved in the rock. Crimes there are hard to police, and the tunnels run deep. Thieves and the like will vanish there, and re-emerge when we are gone. Poison? I'd heard the boy was ill, but that is a bit far-fetched. I'll send one or two of the Watch. You should meet them with these accusations at Abagast's house. Yes, and by Alfar law, you, the accuser, must be present. We don't take accusations against the great houses lightly. Goodbye.
Curios, talismans, items of power. Curios, talismans, items of
Stand
power.
aside.
Wait. You're the Archsage.
This way. Ah, here they come. He was a good servant. I knew him all his life, and now I have brought that life to a sweet and dutiful end. Manners, manners, this is the end allotted to us all. I need no fate weaver to tell me that. I have waited for you, you know. Waited a long time. I would have waited longer, done more good, caused more death. But no matter. Balin's testament burns bright this day. Why? Balin is the god of death, of endings. His testament is simply that all that live must die. And I am his priest. Because I do Balin's will, because I have kept the testament, I would have begun with House Anwan and their two-tongued treachery, then onward throughout Rathir. Death where I might until my turn came. But first, it is yours.
date.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
It is done? Was he... Here, take this, and I must make a confession. I nearly married Einar Arbogast many years ago. My parents forbade it. I knew it was wrong, that he didn't deserve to be treated so. The follies of youth. I never dreamed he would grow so bitter and turn to that dark cult. Never. Sometimes I think, if I had married him, I now would be no better than the wyvern Gif. And in the years since I broke our vows, I have had my own share of tragedy and loss. Yet I have not let it ruin me, but such is life in House Anwan. Rawani's antidote was true. He will improve. I have lost his father and his sisters to the war, but I shall not lose him.
Lyria, bless you for all that you've done for us.
My lady will be sore if I'm not swift with my work.
Oh, hello. They say I'll be able to walk again soon. Lyria, I can hardly wait. Oh, it was awful. The dreams. I'm feeling better now. I suppose I have you to thank.